I remember the day that I received my first paycheck from my first job. It was literally back in the time when you would visit the cash office and they would hand over an envelope, this paper envelope with the perforated edges, and you would tear that off and take out the cash. So before you would be paid electronically. And I can remember the smell of that room. I can remember the feel. I remember the texture of the envelope in my hands. It was such a palpable moment. The way that I spent that first paycheck wasn't great. And I made some reasonably poor financial decisions, some bad financial decisions as I first entered the workforce and had to learn a lot of things the hard way around just what to buy, how to allocate money for important things, how not to get into debt, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I still make those bad decisions, but I'm only human, right? There's the classic comedic line, which you've probably heard. I can't remember where it came from to start with, but it's the line of someone walking past a homeless person and going, well, I don't want to give them any money because they're just going to spend it on drugs and alcohol. And then I realized, well, that's what I would spend it on. Insert canned laughter here. Like, it's a pretty funny line, right? Because we have this expectation that people who are living in poverty would spend money a whole lot better than we would, but in reality, how well do we spend it? The interesting thing for me is that there are plenty of studies around that actually show that if you grant people money, give a capital injection, a certain amount of cash to people who are living in poverty, they don't spend it on drugs and alcohol. They don't just waste it. If you give someone a cash injection who is really struggling but knows that this is their chance to get out of the poverty cycle, generally they will spend it on important things like starting a business or getting their kids educated or providing things for their home, which is going to better their lifestyle and improve their financial situation. It is unusual, and perhaps we need to change the way that we think. I talk about poverty being complex, and it is, but sometimes it's the simple things that can help us overcome the most complex issues that we have in our world.